And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 88 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I am your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
Yummy.
And we'll turn them into real ones.
And then we will drink them.
Yep. And also, if you'd like to support the podcast monthly, you can be a monthly fucky supporter.
Yes.
You can donate 99 cents a month, be a little fucky.
Oh,
You can be $4.99, be a medium fucky. Or you can be a big old fucky for $9.99.
Love them big old fuckies.
Yeah. And if you'd like to do that, go to hansonsonhiatus.com. That's our website where you can find the links to our podcast. If you'd like to share it with your friends and family, if you want to go check out the merch shop, Alexis puts up some great designs. And then, as I was saying, you can be a fucky supporter. You can check that out. Yep. And the buymeacoffee.com if you just want to do a one and done. If you don't want it to do reoccurring, you can just do a nice little donation if you enjoyed the information and the stories we're telling. And also, if you would like to ask a question, go to hansonsonhiatus.com, or Hansons on Hiatus at Instagram, and you can ask us a question there.
Yeah.
That'll be easy. Or you can shoot me a message on my private Instagram. It's all cool.
Oh, yeah. We get messages all the time. We're asking for tips.
Yeah. And like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We are there.
We are there.
Watch and listen to us.
You know, I got a message from our friends Lindsay Marie on the radio at Rock 100.5, or used to be.
Yep.
And her husband Patrick, and they go to our dentist that we used to go to in Roswell, Georgia.
I miss them.
I know, I do too. But she said that they just went in for their checkup or something, and they were asking about us.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
They loved you more, I think. They love both of us, but they really loved you.
Oh, yeah. They were great. Favorite dentist in Georgia. So, yeah, they're in Roswell as Dr. Gloria Alvarez.
Yes.
Yeah, at Roswell Dental Studio.
Dr. Alvarez is the best. It's like all women there, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and they're fantastic.
They are.
So if you guys are listening, we miss you.
Yeah, we miss you guys. We love you guys. Hope all is well. Our teeth are doing okay.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're still there. Oh, shoot. But I wanted to bring up something else that we've been doing. So you and I do these surveys for this company.
Yes.
And they're looking for market research surveys.
Yeah, my friend Kelly turned us on to him. Was like, it's a nice little side hustle, I guess.
Yeah. And so they'll what do they do? Like they send out an email? Like
they send an email. There's like you make a profile. There's an online site that you can sign up for these different surveys. It could be, for music, for food, for a new TV show, all different kinds of things.
Yeah. Like I did one. It was like, what social medias do you use and how do you use them and why do you use them? So it's like companies that are hiring this company to get people so they can get some market research and kind of figure out what they want to do.
Exactly. Last one I did was just awesome. It was about a brand new episode of Dexter coming out.
Oh yeah, you watched the sneak preview of the new season of Dexter.
Yep.
Right?
Can't talk about it.
It's like the prequel, right?
Yeah, the prequel.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
So I got this one for collectibles, and
sure,
I'm not really a collector, like a big collector. I just have a couple things here and there, just from
some.
Yeah, but I think this one was for like uber collectors that have like massive like collections of figurines or movie props or things like that. So I'm just like, hey, $250.
Yeah.
So I kind of BS my way through the test and talked to the lady and everything, and I came up with this kind of little backstory that I'm a big Goonies and 80s movie collector.
Yeah.
Like I love Goonies. I do love
Which
the movie.
You are a big fan. Yeah.
I am a big fan of the movie. But so I was like, okay, cool. And so some of them they will do like a Zoom type of interview type of thing where it's like a group think tank kind of deal.
Those are the only ones I get. You got to sit there and talk and whatever.
Sometimes I get the ones where you're filling out stuff online, and sometimes you might have to send in a video or a picture or something of whatever. But typically it's just like online stuff, and you just fill it out and you do it at your own pace for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I get this one, and the first day they were like, send in a picture of you with your collection. And I'm like,
Oh, shit.
fuck.
I'm not in that country.
Yeah, so which I could have been anywhere at the time, like traveling, which we were in Tulum. But so I photoshopped myself in front of somebody else's collection.
That's okay.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if they kick me out, the worst that is going to happen is I'm kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm out some time.
Like, I could own this stuff, and I do like this stuff, so what's the difference?
Yeah, but then I get deeper into this survey, and then they're like, take a video and show us around your collection in your house where it's prominently displayed. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, shit.
So I have another friend that has a collection, and so I might have used his videos and voiced it over myself with that collection.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I made it work. I had a whole big backstory of all where I found these pieces. I was very detailed. So even if they thought I wasn't legit, they're probably like, but his stories are so detailed. I was talking about, the con that I went to in Orlando, Florida, and that's where I got my first Goonies memorabilia piece, and I bought it from this guy that went to the same college as me, and I went on and on. So,
oh my gosh.
So I finished it. They haven't said anything yet. They also haven't sent me my money yet. So I'll keep you posted and let you know how that goes.
That was hilarious. You were working hard for that $250.
I was, because I was doing it in that. That's what I was getting to next. Is this weekend we were in Tulum for our friends Tom and Cindy's wedding.
Yes.
And so I had to do that the entire time there.
Yep.
It was a little stressful.
A little stressful in the mornings.
Yeah,
but some work to do. But it's okay.
Yeah, but we like I was saying, we went down to Tulum this past weekend for the wedding. These are our two big wedding weekends. We got one this weekend as well, and we got tickets to the bus tickets for 69 pesos.
Yes.
Which Tulum is about an hour away, and 69 pesos is like $3.50.
Yeah.
So we got like an hour bus ride for like $3.50.
I didn't know that audio bus, like the prices fluctuated like that. It was like, no one wants to take this time or something, so we're having a flash sale.
Yeah, well, maybe the time we left, it was like a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Like not as many people go, so they were trying to get more people on the bus at that time or something. Sure. I don't know. But so to get on the bus, we have to ride our kind of shared bikes that we have here in Playa del Carmen, and we pay like $15 a year, and we get to use these shared city bikes.
Yep, BC Playa.
Yeah, so you have the app, you scan it, or you enter in the number, and there's a lock on the bike, and it goes click, and it unlocks, so you can like roll the tires. And then when you get back, or when you get done with it, you park it in the little spot, and then you lock it again, you end it on the app, and so we get to the bus the bike station that's right outside the bus station, maybe like 5 minutes before the bus left.
Cutting it close.
Yeah, we were. But I mean, the bus is usually a little bit late.
Yeah.
But so we get there, and you lock your bike, I lock mine, and I'm going on the app, and it says the lock is not locked.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck. But it was. It was shut.
It is.
And so I'm like, we're going to miss this fucking bus. We're going to be late to the wedding festivities, and we're going back and forth with customer service on WhatsApp, and they're like, you just have to lock it, and I'm like, it's locked, and I'm sending the picture, and then they're like, oh, we'll just restart the app, and I'm like, I've restarted it, I've restarted my phone, I've done all these different things, it's still not working, can you please end it? And
the lock is broken, it will not stay shut.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I'm like, just go ahead without me.
You're like, leave me, just leave me here, you're gonna miss the bus. I'm like, I'm not leaving you.
Well, I would have rather paid for another bus ticket just for me rather than two for both of us. Like, you could have got there earlier and whatever.
I just felt like as soon as I left you, the bike would have fixed, and then you would have missed it. So at least I was standing there like, wait, my husband's coming, like one more minute, and it wasn't like they were waiting on you, but they kind of were a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man. So he finally, I don't know if the customer service guy ended the ride or whatever, but we booked it out of there. It was leaving in 1 minute, and we got there just in time. The bus was there getting ready to leave. Yes. And so we hopped on just in time. So whew.
Thank God.
Yeah. But we get down there, and so what our friends Tom and Cindy did, which great idea. They rented out this hotel that's also a hostel.
Yeah. A little boutique hotel.
Yeah. So all the rooms are like outdoors. I mean, not outdoors, but there's no hallways like inside of a building. Like the room.
They're all like freestanding buildings.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a pool and a bar right there, and a little kind of kitchen where they do breakfast. Yeah, a little restaurant. and it's called the Mimosa Hotel and Hostel.
Yeah.
In Tulum. So if you're ever looking for a place to stay in Tulum, definitely recommend this place.
I would stay there even if we weren't there for the wedding.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, and I think normally it's like $30 a night or something.
Yeah.
But we stayed in a teepee.
We did.
And it was awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
When he first pitched it to us, I was like, I don't know, like what kind of teepee? I'm thinking like little, kids tent teepee or something like that. It was the total opposite. It was like a luxury teepee.
Yeah. It was like cement, basically. It was like a teepee, but made out of cement. And then on the inside, it had like wood planks and sticks and stuff holding it up, I guess, or whatever. But
yeah, it's like they made the teepee out of all these different kind of skinny trees, but then like you couldn't see through it. It was solid.
Yeah. But it had air conditioning too, so that was fucking nice.
That was my second question. Is there AC in the teepee?
Yeah.
Not to be bougie, but it's fucking hot in Tulum.
But it was great. It was soundproof. It was cool. It cooled off really quick because of the teepee shape, I guess.
It was great.
But yeah, really smart idea because Cindy is from Honduras. Mm-hmm. And Tom's obviously from the U.S. So and then they both have lived in Mexico for a decade. So there was people from the U.S. all over the U.S., people from Honduras, people from Mexico. So since we were all staying in this hotel together, this hotel hostel, we could all just kind of mingle and got to know people. So we made quite a few friends, actually.
We did. We made a lot of new friends, a lot of couple friends.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they don't live here, but
they'll be back.
But they're good people to have because if they're coming down or if we're going somewhere in the States, we have people we can ask for advice on things to do around there.
Exactly. I loved it. We spent time in the pool, just hanging out on everyone that had like a room, had a cute little patio outside of their room, so we're all just hanging on this person's patio and your family's patio, and it was nice having breakfast together in a little bar, and it was good.
Yeah, super nice. So the first night we all got together, and Tom is a big Jimmy Buffett fan.
Huge.
And he set up a projector that goes against this wall that is like overlooking the pool, basically. Mm-hmm. So we could all sit in the pool or the beach chairs, and he put a 1985 Jimmy Buffett concert on the projector. I can't remember, it was like Key West or something.
Yeah.
I mean, not like it matters, but it was really cool. Just sit in the pool and watch some Jimmy Buffett. I don't know if everybody's a big Jimmy Buffett fan because some people are like, well, we're going to bed. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'll watch a concert.
Oh, it was fun. We had some beers. We sat there and talked and reminisced. And I thought it was a very nice way to, you're still hanging out together and enjoying something, but relaxing at the same time.
Taking off the weekend.
Relaxing for the big day.
Yeah. So we stayed there that night. And then the next morning, we went to breakfast. Mm-hmm. Went to this little restaurant, really good food. Mm-hmm. We got the motoleños. Well, that's what I got. And normally, like here in Playa, it's going to be like 200 some pesos, like $10 or more. 100 pesos, $5. And when we get, what did you get? You get some fruit? No, Katie got fruit.
Yeah, because I had eaten at the other place with your family, but I got a coffee and a green juice, and it was amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So when we asked for the check, and it's me, you, Alexis, and I, and my cousin Dustin, and then his fiance Katie. Mm-hmm. And so we get the check, and it's on a piece of paper like the waiter would take notes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the price on it.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, well, that's a little weird to not put any of the prices on anything. He just gave us the total, like 530 pesos or something.
You reckon it. You're like, that seems like a lot for what we got.
Yeah. And so it wasn't even like I thought it was off. I just felt it was weird to not put the prices on it.
Yeah. And
you just put in a total, and then they had already taken away the menu.
Yeah.
So I go grab the menu off another table, add it all up, and it's like 445 pesos. Mm-hmm. So he was off by almost 100 pesos, which isn't a ton. I mean, it's $5.
$5-6.
But when our bill was $25, $5 is a good portion of the bill.
Yeah.
And then we're going to tip you on top of that. Mm-hmm. So we found out, they were not, I guess they're scamming us, but they were trying to get more money out of us than they should have because they think, we're fucking gringos and we're not going to pay attention.
Right.
But we added it up and they were trying to cheat us out of a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if they necessarily, maybe he looked busy. So maybe he was just like, thinking about how much each thing cost and didn't confirm. It was just like, whatever, that's close. So he was close. He was $5 off, which isn't a huge deal like you're saying, but at the same time, we were like, we called you out, bro.
Yeah. So we got it taken care of. And then for lunch, it was actually before the wedding. We were looking for something to grab real quick. So we go to this Boston's place. And
Very Americano.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a Canadian-owned place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the Applebee's of Mexico, or the Chili's of Mexico, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they have tacos and different things, but they also have pizza and wings. It's kind of like a sports bar-y type place.
Their food's really good, and they have TVs everywhere and the best air conditioning.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's go there.
Yeah. And so we go there, and we're looking to get a drink. And would you guys get sangria or claricote?
Yeah, the claricote.
Yeah.
Claricote?
So
which is just like sangria, but with little
different fruit.
chopped up fruit in it.
Yeah. Well, different fruit. I mean, normal sangria has fruit in it, right?
I think not all of it. So a lot of the
it's supposed to. Like normal sangria is supposed to have like oranges and different kind of citrusy type fruit, right?
Yeah, I guess. But around here, a lot of the places give you, it's like a fizzy lemonade and the red wine or whatever wine you pick, and they don't have fruit. But some places do give you fruit. So I don't know.
Well, the drink is supposed to have fruit in it. Like that's what it
Agreed.
is. It's supposed to be like fruit, like marinating in it or something.
Agreed. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, but this stuff is like I don't know, it was like apples and pears. It wasn't the citrus fruit. It was like the other one. So maybe that's the difference. I don't know. Actually, I think that's what they're having at the wedding, at Wanda's wedding.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, so me and my cousin Scott and Preston we wanted a beer.
Yep.
I was like, they have this tower of beer that's pretty awesome. Like it's
tube.
it's one of those tubes. You've probably seen them out like what's the Tilted Kilt?
Yeah.
Like I think they have them there.
That big.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and you and I had shared one that was like 2 liters. So it was 3 guys. So I was like, okay, let's get the 6-liter one.
Yeah.
And this dude fills this tube up, and it's like 4 feet tall, and he brings it out. It's almost as tall as this little Mexican guy, and sets it on the table, and we're just crushing it.
Just crushing it. I was trying to keep you guys, because we were already running late. So I'm like, drink, refill. Keep it going. Top you
Yeah.
off.
And then one of my cousins held it up, and I did like a beer chug with it, like kind of like a reversed keg stand. But yeah.
And for everyone that doesn't know, your family from Florida, part of your family, this is how we know the groom. This is how we know Tom from living in Florida and becoming friends. So that's why they were here at the wedding. Of any of our friends here that I was explaining, Nate's family is in town. They were so confused, like, who's getting married? Why is Nate's family here? So they're friends with the groom as well.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, the wedding ceremony, amazing. Yeah, it was like the food, the decorations. It was at the hotel. It was all outside. Cindy looked beautiful.
Most beautiful bride ever.
The mariachi band, and Tom, you looked beautiful as well.
Tom, you looked so beautiful.
Yep.
He did. He looked very,
he
very
looked
handsome,
great.
very dapper. I loved all the white.
Yeah, his white Obera.
Yeah.
But there was a mariachi band that popped up.
That was amazing.
So
right after
cool.
the wedding, mariachi.
Yeah. But one of the things I didn't realize at a Mexican wedding, the ceremony. So normally, in the States, you go to the courthouse and you bring all your paperwork and you get your marriage license and everything like that. This is all done at the wedding in Mexico, like at the altar.
Yep.
So you have to have 4 witnesses each, and they have to also put their thumbprints on like this. They have this kind of big legal book.
Yeah.
And both the bride and the groom have to put their thumbprints on it.
Yep.
Then the witnesses all have to as well. In the middle of it, I think Tom's mom forgot her passport, which I didn't know she even needed. She probably didn't either.
Yeah.
So they have to have like their identification up there, because the wedding official is like official.
Not just I got my license on the internet or whatever.
Yeah. And Tom also let me know that another thing we didn't know from watching in the crowd, but you also, when you get married, Mexico requires a blood test.
Oh.
And they test your blood. They do a HIV test, a syphilis test, and there was some other one. I don't know, some kind of maybe herpes or something. Who knows?
Oh yeah. So they're doing a blood test and a STD test to make sure everybody's clear on what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I asked him that. I was like, why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
And he's like, basically just so you know what you're getting into.
Yep.
Because people could lie about it or whatever. But you think that like there would be other things along those lines, I mean, yeah, somebody should be honest with what kind of diseases they have, but what if somebody is lying about how much money they have, or if they, have a job or something? Like you think there'd be other things that they check out first, but I guess, sexually transmitted diseases is a good thing to check out.
Exactly. I agree with that. And maybe it's like even if you're together for so long, which they've been together for a while, maybe it's just instead of like a lot of people don't do that or don't think to when they go to the doctor to get an STD test or anything like that. So they're like, we're forcing you to do it. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting that that's what the Mexican government does and make sure it's all legit and everything. I don't think that would go over well in the U.S.
No. Yeah. So, and then the reception was great. They had a DJ and everybody was dancing. And I was talking to some people. This was like partial way through the night. We were talking to people separately up in this place. And my cousin Dustin comes over and he just goes, whoop, and he puts something in my mouth and it was a mushroom chocolate.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So now we're tripping at the wedding as well. So, but it was just the perfect amount. I wasn't like out of my mind.
I love how you just blew past everything and went right to that.
What's everything? What else do we got?
I don't know. The food was great.
I already said that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean, this was at the reception. This is afterwards. But the ceremony was beautiful. And the only thing, and this is nothing to do with their wedding, this is just something that you and I have noticed at weddings in general, is they always take the fucking food away.
Always.
Way too early. Yeah. I don't understand why they did. And this was a problem we had at our wedding. They really sold us at the Roswell Mill. Yeah. Beautiful place to get married. Yeah. But don't fucking get married there if they try to sell you on this. They told us, we have this thing called continuous cooking, and there will be food out all night, and they'll just keep refreshing it so people can just eat throughout the night if they need to. And we had a couple of friends that were pregnant, and they said, hey, we need to eat a couple hours. Do I need every few hours? Do I need to bring some snacks or something? We said, oh no, we have this continuous cooking.
Don't worry about it.
Those motherfuckers, we got one plate of food and they took it away before we could even get back over to the food again.
Yeah, it was already gone. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, and that, obviously that happened at this wedding too. It was, they take the food away after everyone's done eating.
And if you think about it, everybody's, we're having some drinks, you're getting, wound up or whatever. You sit down to eat. You're not eating a whole ton because you know what's coming next. You're going to have to dance. You're going to have to mingle. You don't want to be all tired and fat in your dress or your outfit or whatever. So it would be nice to have a small dinner beforehand, like a pre-little dinner, and then have some to-go dinners waiting for you once, you've been dancing for a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just weird because you pay for the food, for them to cook the food.
Yeah.
And when they took the food away at this wedding, there's a whole thing of chicken that they were taking away. It was already cooked.
Where's it go?
Yeah, I hope they got it. We didn't get our food. We didn't get the leftover food at our place.
No.
Or at our wedding. But if you're paying for the wedding and the catering, any food that's, of course, if they didn't cook something, whatever. But if it's cooked, that should be ours.
Yeah.
Or at least the wedding, the people at the wedding, leave it out there till it's gone. So people, like you said, so people can snack. You're drinking, whatever. So the best one that we've noticed that for as far as food wise, we went to was our friend Sam and Mike's wedding.
Yeah, in Florida.
And they did this. Same thing happened. Yep. Food was out. They took it away for the reception and everything like that. But what was it? On our way out, I guess on our way out, they had this little kind of camper kind of thing, one of those camper. Well, it was one of those campers that they pull behind a car, in the 70s. It just looks like a little teardrop. There was a guy in there, and they had brought McDonald's in because Mike loves McDonald's. Yeah, and so at the end of the night, when you're leaving, they gave you 2 double cheeseburgers, some fries, some 4-piece chicken McNuggets, and then that way you got a little bit of food in you because you eat at the beginning of the night, you drink the whole time, and then you go home, and then you have a hangover or something because you have no food, or you got to find it yourself as a wedding guest.
Exactly, and if you're staying most places, you're staying a little more remote if you're on site, and so you're not just walking to McDonald's. You'd have to drive somewhere. Nobody's doing that after a wedding.
Yeah, well, I didn't even get any of the cake because I went to the restroom or something, or I was talking to somebody or something. I came back and they already put the cake away.
I know. I grabbed a piece for you and put it on your place, and then when I came back, someone else was sitting in your seat, and all the cake was gone. I'm glad I scarfed mine down. I wasn't even hungry, but it was so good. The food was amazing. It was rice and beans and skewers and meat and veggies and different things and beef and chicken. It was great. So I hope somebody got to eat it.
But everything about the wedding was perfect. But there was this one guy, super nice. I talked to him for a little bit. But this probably wasn't the best story to tell at your friend's wedding.
Tom was driving. Tom was driving us around the beach road. In Tom fashion, he was slowed down by people on the street. Roll the window down, and I would yell, "That stinks." Tom would then yell, "I just shit my pants and I got corn running down my leg," or something like that.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then the wife had to step in and save him. But then her jokes were kind of like on Wedding Crashers with Rachel McAdams, where she tells the jokes and they just don't really hit.
Some words for marriage. Marriage is a workshop where the husband works and the wife shops. Always remember, love is blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener. In every argument, remember these 3 words. Yes, dear, absolutely.
A couple pieces of advice for people giving a speech at a wedding. 1, watch how many drinks you have.
Yep.
And 2, maybe run it by somebody before you decide to tell certain jokes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I'm going to say poop jokes never go over well at weddings.
Oh, my God. I would have been mortified. Oh, my gosh. But they just rolled with it. It was so funny. Yeah. Run it by someone next time. And maybe not just your significant other.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shoot. But other than that, it was great. I mean, the guy was, like I said, super nice. I just think he maybe had a couple drinks. Yeah. And the jokes the wife made were kind of, they made sense maybe on paper, but not in person.
They were good. I think she might have had a couple drinks too, or maybe was nervous or both. They just didn't hit. They were good.
But one-liners don't hit.
Yeah,
you have to tell a funny story. Well, funny story not involving poop running down your leg. Or they just have to be I don't know, just those one-liners that are oh, happy wife, happy life. Or those, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think those work that well because everybody's heard them before.
Yeah.
Or it's like dad jokes that you see them coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
But then the next day we went to... we hung out at the pool at the hotel, and all of Cindy's brothers from Honduras, they were there, and we did a Mexican barbecue. Well, not a Mexican, it's Honduran barbecue. Yes. And they got a ton of Argentinian sausage and kind of arrachera, skirt steak. And we made tacos and salsa, and oh man, it was so good.
It was so good. Everything they were grilling for a while. There was a lot of meat.
Yeah,
it was good. I was so happy we didn't have to go anywhere because everybody was feeling, a little rough from the night before. I'm like, all I want to do is sit in the pool and eat some food
and relax. right. And so then after the wedding, we take the bus with actually my cousins Scott and Bobby and their sons Preston and Dustin and their girlfriends. It was Bobby's birthday on this past Monday. And so they were coming up to Playa and they're going to stay there for a couple days.
Yeah.
So we hung out with them. When we were going on the bus up to Playa, they were playing fucking Star Wars on the bus, on the TVs.
It was amazing.
In Spanish. It was kind of funny, actually.
I've never seen, we're giving them the rundown of the audio and we're like, yeah, they always play some weird, 90s movie and it's in Spanish and whatever. We had Star Wars.
Yeah.
I was so shocked. And one of the newer ones, too.
Yeah. It was the, the Kylo Ren one, the first one, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the new ones.
I don't know the names of any of them.
But then the following day, we went to Isla Mujeres to the island with them. And the way we get there is we walk to the bus station, then we take a bus up to Cancun, then we take an Uber from Cancun. From the Cancun bus station to the ferry port. Then we take the ferry port over to the ferry over to the island. And then once we get on the island, then we take the bus down to this hotel we love.
Yep.
Lots
of logistics.
It's a lot of moving around. So the plan was to go to this hotel that we love. You can go in for free, use all their facilities. They have a big blow up trampoline that goes over the water now.
And one of those floating lily pads.
Yeah.
So cool.
Kayaks, and you can jump off the dock and go snorkeling and everything. So we spent a couple hours there.
Yeah.
And it was great. And the plan was we're going to go across the street to the next bar and go to see that Michael Jackson impersonator that we've talked about before.
Yeah, they're like, we want to see Michael. We're like, oh, he'll be there.
And then the plan after that would be go to Isla Mujeres Brewing and go to the brewery there. They have one little brewery, and then loop back around, go to North Beach, and then spend some time there and then get back on the ferry.
Right.
We go across the street to the, what was it, Borracho Burro, like the drunken donkey. And where Michael Jackson is, and it's closed. We're like, shit.
Of course, of all the days.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Would it say like we're resting our asses?
Yeah,
or something
like
cute?
that.
Very cute, but we're like,
yeah, it's
right.
like of all the days, Tuesday. But I guess I don't know. Yeah, I guess you want to be open on the weekends, of course.
True.
But so we walked down to the next place called The Joint, and we got a beer there while we waited for the bus. Get on the bus, ride it around the island, come back around, and we get to the Island Brewing.
Yep.
And we go in, we sit down, and they're not a big brewery. I mean, they have a nice new beer garden, but they have usually like 5 beers on tap, and then, they have food and stuff like that. And we sit down, and we're ready to order, and the waiter or waitress goes, yeah, so we don't have any beer right now. We've been out for about a week, but we have our seltzer. They had one seltzer, and then they have like, Corona and Heineken and those other things.
Beers.
And we're like,
well,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're a brewery and you don't have any fucking beer for a week?
Yeah, we're like, what happened? You just ran out? She's like, yeah, we ran out. I was like, well, I guess it's popular beer then. I mean,
but
put a little sign outside.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, what do you do? One hand I can see, yeah, like tell us ahead of time before we got off the bus and sat down here and all this, and you're out of beer. But on the other hand, I guess I get it because nobody would come in there if they didn't have beer. So I'm sure other people would go in and just have food and stuff when they realize they don't have beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
a little disappointing.
Fail 1 and fail 2, but
it was okay. The seltzer was good.
It was really good. It was Jamaica
seltzer.
hibiscus seltzer. Yeah, it was really good.
Very tasty.
But yeah, so we had a great time. I wish we would have stayed at the first place because the other one was closed, and then the brewery had no beer. So.
Yeah, it's okay. We didn't know.
Yeah, so but anyway, it was a great weekend. Congratulations, Tom and Cindy.
Yes, congratulations.
Beautiful wedding. Thank you so much. We had a great time.
We had a really good time. I think I told Tom and Cindy 1,000 times how much we loved it there, loved the venue, loved everything they had planned. And I think at first he thought we were just being polite and like tooting their horn. But the whole weekend, everyone was like, this is amazing. I love how we're together. The place is so cute. We were even walking distance from a lot of, cute little things in Tulum. So all around, it was amazing. Yeah. It was a good wedding.
Yeah. So, and then this weekend, starting today, we have our friends Wanda and Carlos getting married in Cozumel.
Yes. Felicidades.
Yeah. So, yeah, Wanda's from Canada. Carlos is Mexican. So this is our second wedding in Mexico. Actually, your third.
Yeah.
But yeah, our second wedding in Mexico in 2 weeks.
And it's a whole weekend. I've never gone to a wedding where they're like, you're here with us all weekend, because we're not usually in the wedding party. But this one too, they're like, you get here Friday, you're allowed to leave after dinner on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, okie dokie.
But we normally don't go to excursion weddings.
True.
We just happen to live on the excursion.
True. Makes it easier for you.
But yeah, obviously we recorded this before, but I am snorkeling this morning. We're doing like a wedding party snorkeling tour of El Cielo. And then you're coming over later to help with some of the wedding stuff, I guess.
Get the ladies set up and whatever the bride needs.
Yeah.
She's cooking a whole bunch of stuff, so we'll be there. Just whatever she needs, we're there for her.
Excited. Yeah. Well, at least the 2 weddings that we've been to those last 2 weeks, they're with fun people.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fun. Like one of those formal, like we're getting married in a church and you got to wear a tuxedo. Like these are like island people, so it's going to be
both are party
blast.
People.
Yeah.
Party people.
Yeah. Well, as usual, support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers there, or you can go to hansonsonhiatus.com. You can be a monthly fucky subscriber if you'd like to just help us out every month, and you don't want to have to deal with it. You can do 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99.
Yep.
Any of them we appreciate. Thank you so much. You can also check out the merch store there. And also like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.